Hey everyone, it's Joan here of the Joe Madden Sports Podcast. I'm joined today by Jay Kornegay, EVP of SuperBook Operations, SuperBook Westgate. Jay, how's the day treating you?
Good afternoon, Joe. Good to see you. Great, exciting day today because the NFL schedule is released. So I apologize, but as we speak, we're posting these lines for week one.
This is so exciting. Week one lines already coming out. What have you got for us? Look ahead at those lines.
Well, let's see. The ones that we have so far, because they haven't been officially released, Joe. We're getting these off Twitter as some of these beat writers have leaked some of their games out. So, but I think the NFL has done a great job so far. And the first game, the Thursday night game, we always know it involves the Super Bowl champion, in this case, the Rams. So the Bills will be opening up at the Rams on Thursday night football. I think that's a terrific matchup.
Wow. Is that ever a fantastic matchup?
Yeah, and we open the Rams at 1-52.5. Any thoughts?
52.5 at 1. Wow, I'm going to have to go the over for the first Thursday night game.
Okay. That's not a bad choice, really. I know that some people have already told me, "Oh, I love the Bills." So here we go. We're talking in May about what's going to happen in September, but it's kind of exciting. So we have about 4 or 5 other. You want to hear those too?
Of course I do. We're excited to hear this. This is breaking news, Jay.
This is breaking news. We got the Ravens at the Jets. We opened the Ravens 4.5 and 45.
Okay.
We have the Saints at the Falcons. Saints opened up 3.5 and 42. Patriots at the Dolphins. Very interesting.
Ooh.
Very interesting. We were kind of all over the place on this one. It took us a while to come to agreement, and I can't even say that we came to agreement. We're still arguing about this one. Patriots at the Dolphins. We have the Dolphins 3 and 45. Okay. And let's see. We got the Browns. This one just popped up. Browns at the Panthers. Browns 4.5 and 43.5. Steelers at the defending AFC champion Bengals, which is pretty interesting. We're looking at Bengals 6.5 there. And the total, we just posted this one, 46. So we got this one we just made up. We just are finalizing this one. We got the Bengals 6.5, 46.5 there. Another one, we got the Giants on Sunday. This is September 11th. Giants at the Titans. Titans 6.5 and 44. And then the first Monday night game. All right. Yeah. We have the Broncos at the Seahawks.
Ooh, that will be a good one.
They got a sense of humor over there. Broncos are 3.5, 41. And you are updated as we speak, as we got all those games up. We're still waiting for about another 6 or 7 games. And if they come across as we're talking, I'll get you updated.
Absolutely. Of all of these games, which ones do you think you're most excited for?
Well, being a Bronco fan, I thought that was hilarious that they're going to have the Broncos at the Seahawks. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm sure that Wilson will get a great ovation from the Seattle fans. We were actually a little bit all over the place on this one too. We had as low as 3 on this game. Okay. Some of us made it 6.5.
Oh wow!
So, I was somewhere in the middle. I had 4.5. I think it's going to creep up, but I think it's a little light there, even though that will probably be a very tough spot for the Broncos to open the season. I'm sure the crowd will be really fired up to get on Wilson there. I think the Patriots Dolphins is also an interesting matchup. And, depends on, what Hill joining, the Dolphins there. I think the Dolphins coach is terrific, but the Patriots, it's Belichick. I don't know. Week 1, it's very tough to give up points there. I was a little less. I was probably, more of the pick'em range there. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big Tua fan. I wish him well, but I just haven't been sold on him. So I think it's closer to a pick'em. But I had to concede to the consensus of our team here, and we settled in on 3. So
I like the number of 3, though. I think it's really hard to go down to Miami and win in Miami. We saw Tom Brady when he was with the Patriots struggle there.
Yes, yes, all the time. There's a few teams that struggle down there, especially the Dolphins divisional rivals. So, yeah, it's a valid point. Did anything else catch your eye?
All of them. I'm excited for all of them, Jay. I can't wait for football to come back. I've been sitting here counting down the days, it feels like.
Yeah, we haven't confirmed, but it looks like the Raiders will be at the Chargers. Okay,
Ooh.
opening, and I'm not sure if that was Sunday night yet. We're not sure. Another one that just popped up. We just are confirming right now. We got the Colts at the Texans.
Oh, that should be a good game.
And we also have the Eagles at the Lions. So it's all breaking right now, and we're kind of in a little text group because some of us are off today. We are texting our thoughts and where we should put these opening lines. So pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, so interesting. Thank you for joining me at such a busy time for you. Do you guys see a lot of action when you post these lines when they come out?
It's not like the floodgates open up and everybody starts. I mean, it does create a lot of discussion, and we will see some plays come in. Usually the sharp guys will jump on them because they have a difference of opinion, which we certainly respect. And I think it's going to be, I think the lines are going to move a little bit in the first day or two, and just a little bit, because most people will just want to know what they are. They're not ready to bet them, but we do have some sharp guys that will take advantage if they think there's a value in a certain number enough to hold up their money for a few months. They will lay it down.
Yeah, it's definitely quite a while to have that money held up for sure. Now, we haven't talked for a while on air here. Tell me everything about Westgate, or sorry, the SuperBook right now, everything that's going on at Westgate, all of your new add-ons.
Yeah. Well, we've been busy since the last time we talked, Joe, and we've added a few more states. So the SuperBook, there's only one Westgate SuperBook, and that's here in Las Vegas. Outside Nevada, we're known as SuperBook, and we are now operating in 5 states. So we opened up in Colorado. That was our first state. New Jersey soon followed that. We just opened up Arizona a couple of months ago, and now last week we just opened up Tennessee. And so it's a little bit of all over, but it's exciting. It keeps us busy, and we plan on opening up probably at least 2 more states before the end of this calendar year.
Well, I definitely hope at some point you guys get up to Canada here. I definitely know we need you up here. It would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be great to operate. And I know a few people up there, and I certainly wouldn't count that out.
Okay, well, good to hear. Now we've got some great NBA playoffs happening right now, NHL playoffs. Are you guys seeing any heavy movement on any of these teams for the finals?
Wow, it's really sometimes when we're this time of year when there's just a small sports schedule, and this is what I have to explain to my executives, our senior executives upstairs there, Joe. It's so volatile, these results, because instead of a full-blown schedule of hockey games and basketball games, you only have a couple of hockey games, you have a couple of basketball games, and all that action is concentrated. So, if we go 1-5, it's going to be a pretty bad day. If we can go 3-3, we'd be thrilled. Certainly 4-2 makes it a really a good day, or 4-2 or better. But it really has been all over the place. That it seems like the teams that really need to win, their backs are against the wall, or maybe they gave up home court or something like that, have been winning, and the public has been all over that. So that little seesaw pattern that some of these series produce, the general public have been doing very well. Tonight, we're looking at the Sixers. We got some money on the money line on the Sixers at -140 against the Heat. Right now, the point spread is still holding at 2.5, 206.5. In the late game, Suns are 2 and 211.5. When we actually took some sizable bets on the Mavericks money line there. So some good solid action, even though it's probably going to pick up in a couple hours. As far as the games, the pucks tonight, we got some action on the Hurricanes. We opened the Bruins $1.25. They're down to $1.20. Got some action on the Lightning, which is expected. We opened $1.15 there. It's all the way up to $1.35.
Huge move.
Yeah, 6.5 over $1.15. The Blues and Wild, great series. I love the series. It's basically a pick 'em. We got the Blues $1.08, 6.5 under 15, and then the Kings and Oilers, another great series. I love watching that one. Late at night, you got the Oilers. We opened at 55. They're down to $1.35, 6.5 under 15. So
Ooh.
pretty solid action throughout on both sides. On the ice and on the courts. Certainly keeps us busy, even though it's a limited schedule.
Now, how are you finding on the ice with these totals? You guys have been having to make totals of 6.5. What are you thinking of that with hockey? We used to see hockey come in at 5s. We're not getting that anymore.
Yeah, unless it's the Stars and Flames. But
Absolutely.
yeah, outside of that, the total's been creeping up. And I know exactly what you're talking about. As far as it was very conservative, no one wanted to make a mistake.
Yeah.
And this so far this year, it's been not wide open, but certainly not as tight as it used to be. And there's been some skating room, a lot of opportunities, and that's why you've seen these totals go up. I mean, 6.5, back in the day, you might get one of those here and there, but here we are. Tonight's games, you got 3 out of the 4 games tonight are 6.5. Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's just unheard of, especially if you compare it to, the old days.
Absolutely. People had laughed at you 5 years ago saying, I'm going to take an over 6.5 in a hockey game in the playoffs.
Yeah, I remember 4.5s back. A couple of those are just brutal, but they've been, great games, really entertaining. I think all these series have been fantastic. All the games that are played tonight have been fantastic series. Obviously the Avs cruise right through Nashville and are sitting, waiting for the winner of. I guess that would be the winner of the Wild and Blues.
Yeah.
And I still think the Wild. I think they're a threat. They're going to have to win 2 in a row here, but that's a great series, and that will certainly be a bigger challenge. The winner of that series will be a bigger challenge to the Avs than what the Predators did.
Oh, absolutely, they will. I don't see them getting another sweep in the next round. Now let's turn back to the NFL, the SuperContest. You guys are running it again. Can you tell us some more information about the start date?
Yeah, the SuperContest is back for its 34th year.
Wow.
And it's been around quite a bit, and it's not confirmed yet, but it looks like we will be accepting entries July 1st, just like we did last year. Expect a couple of new twists here and there. But we got a lot of great feedback last year, as we had to reduce the entry fee down to $1,000. I guess that's more acceptable for a lot of people, and that's understandable. But our in-season contest that we had 6 3-week contests, we had 3 6-week contests, plus we had the reboot, which is for the second half of the season. Those went over very well. We got a lot of positive feedback. So I think we had 1,800 entries plus last year. We expect to get around 2,500 this year.
Wow, that's absolutely fantastic, Jay. I can't wait for that to open up and to kick off, because that means football season is here as well. But one last pressing question, Jay, before you leave. How's the golf game?
Oh, geez. My motto is always results may vary. You never know what you think that you're going to figure this thing out. And, whenever you make an adjustment, it has a lifespan at most 3 holes. So we have such a great time out there. We're out there playing our little games and kind of giving each other a hard time. And the spring has been fantastic. We've had a couple of windy days lately, but for the most part, we got a lot of golf in the first quarter here. And we're going back out Saturday, and I just try to keep it in the short stuff. That's all.
Well, I wish you all the best in that Saturday game, Jay. I'm not going to keep you much longer. I know you have a million things going on. Setting those lines is so important. Can you tell everyone where to find you?
Yes, Joe, they can find me on Twitter. I'm pretty good at getting back to people that have inquiries or complaints or thoughts. They always like to run some of those by me, but they can find me at Kornegay on Twitter.
Awesome, Jay. Thank you so much for joining me today, and all the best in your week.
Thanks, Joe. Have a good week.